and walking down the road were 3 cheetah people. You were determining whether or not you would attack them. They haven't seen you yet, and you decided you were going to attack them. So roll initiative.
I was on the way back to the HQ, right?
Yes.
19.
14.
So just as you are getting ready to do a surprise round on these.
I'm going to cast Melf's Minute Meteors.
Okay.
I'm going to create 6 tiny meteors in my space. They float in the air and orbit around me. I'm going to say for flavor, they're like Zenyatta's little necklacey orbs. When I cast a spell and as a bonus action, each of your turns thereafter, I can expend 1 or 2 of the meteors, sending them streaking towards a point I choose within 120 feet. Once the meteor reaches the destination or impacts against a solid surface, it explodes. Each creature within 5 feet of the point where the meteor explodes must make a dexterity saving throw. So I'm going to aim like in between all of them.
A 10 and a 9.
Oh, that fails. 2d6 per meteor. 14 fire damage.
So the 2 at the back topple to the side, and it looks like they have some serious bloodied wounds. You all hear like a loud thwack behind you, and you see Aero get knocked unconscious by a larger one of these riding a giant hyena. As they knock Aero unconscious, the giant hyena kind of runs her over, and then the Gnoll on the back of this hyena grabs Aero by the scruff of her shirt, runs past you about 120 feet away. Now it is Wyatt's turn.
I'm going to use both of my hand crossbows. Okay, I'm going to go after the ones that look bloody. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do 1 for each. Left.
Okay.
20, dirty 20.
That hits.
Are they an aberration, fiend, undead, or creature infected with taint?
Yes.
10 piercing damage.
You get this one in the eyeball, and it falls to the ground.
A 9.
That does not hit. Yeah, so it like kind of deflects off of one of its shoulder armor.
I'm going to use my action surge, take an additional action. I'll try and hit the one that is currently alive right now again. 22 to hit.
That hits. You get him in like the bicep.
10 piercing.
Yeah, so it like rips through the bicep, and it falls over and like bleeds out on the ground.
And you said that there's a normal sized one over there?
Bigger than the other ones.
Okay, I'm going to try and hit that one with my last thingy-majig. An 8.
It kind of hits the chain shirt that it's wearing and falls to the ground. Shizeno, it is your turn.
I'm going to send Kadama after Aero first. Am I close enough to attack the Gnoll that Wyatt is attacking?
Yeah, they're about 30 feet away. So.
All right. Well, I'll move 20 feet closer and slash at it with my Nagamaki. 16 to hit.
16 hits.
What's 7 damage?
Yeah, so you're going to slash at it, and it looks like it starts to glance off of the chain shirt that it's wearing, but then some of the chains break open with the force of your slash, and gives it a good gash.
Nice. Use my extra attack to swing at it again. 9.
That misses. It kind of sees the second attack coming after it gets hit once and does a little move out of the way. So it takes a glaive from behind it and goes to swing at you, Shizeno, does a 23 hit.
Barely, but it does.
13 slashing.
That barely goes through my temporary hit points.
19 hit.
It does not.
Okay. So it goes to slash twice. The first one lands, and then the second one misses. The one on the giant hyena gets another 120 feet further away. So Kadama's like 40 feet away from it. Abby's turn.
Send a couple more meteors behind the one that is engaged with Shizeno. It has to make a dex save.
Does an 8 work?
It does not. For 9 fire damage.
Yeah, so its fur looks a little singed, and some of the burns are oozing blood.
Cool.
Wyatt, is your turn.
I'm going to try and take down the one that is in front of Shizeno. So 23 to hit.
That hits.
So that's 4 piercing damage to that guy. And then I'm going to try and hit him with my second hand crossbow. 19 to hit.
19 hits.
7 piercing damage.
Yeah, these two go into its shoulder in between a couple links of the chain that it's wearing. It's Shizeno's turn.
17 to hit.
That hits.
6 damage. And I'm going to swing again. 9.
9 misses. Now it is its turn. It's going to attack you again. That is a 22 to hit.
Just barely.
4 slashing. 22 to hit.
Barely.
And then 7 slashing. The one on the giant hyena gets further away from Kadama. They're about 60 feet now. And then it is Abby's turn.
I guess, yeah, I'll just throw one more meteor at him.
That is 7.
That is not enough. It's only 5 fire damage this time.
And it is Wyatt's turn.
I'm gonna try and sink the crossbow arrow. That was a 2, so never mind. That one didn't hit.
That one just whiffs way off.
Yep. And then the next one was 8.
That all
I'm
takes.
gonna use my point of inspiration.
Okay. Roll again.
I'm gonna roll again. Is it worth it? Oh, yes, it is. It's a 21 to hit.
That hits. So it looks like it's going to miss, and then the wind blows, and it aligns with the this Gnoll's forehead.
Beautiful. 7 piercing damage.
That's just enough to kill it. So just straight in the middle of the eyes.
Sweet. Sweet. Okay, I'm gonna move as quickly as possible to the horse.
So you're 5 feet away from the horse.
All right. I'm going to try and get on this horse and follow that hyena. If anybody else has any way to track that hyena, better start doing that now.
Shizeno's turn.
So when Wyatt said so you should start tracking it, I said I already am. And then
Good job, miss. Thank you. Good thinking.
How far away from the horse am I?
30 feet.
Wyatt, do you mind if I take the horse?
Yeah, I mean, if you can get to it before me, then go for it.
I'll race you for it.
I'm gonna say go for it.
I want to follow Kadama. I can see through Kadama's eyes. You can't, so it makes more sense for me to do it. So I mean, I have a movement of 30. Can I get on? Is it an action to like unhook the horse?
It'd be like an object interaction. So you could get onto the horse and then hook all the thing from the carriage.
My point was more, is that going to use an action, so I can't. I need to go over.
The horse would be free, yeah. So, yeah, then...
The horse's movement, not yours.
Go and do that, then. I'm going to try to get onto it, unhook it, and go towards Kadama. Go as far as it'll allow me.
Okay, then they move. Are you looking through Kadama's eyes or no?
I mean, can I see them from where I am or no?
480 feet, probably.
Yeah, but if I can see them, I'll just go. But if at any point, like, I lose sight of them, I would use it.
Abby's turn.
I'm going to tell Wyatt, I'm going to end up following you when we're like chasing after this, but I'm just going to get a head start, and then I'm just going to start running after the horse. I'm going to take a dash action to move my full 60.
Is Wyatt's turn.
So I'm going to transform into a fox. I mean, I don't need to track it. I know pretty well where it went, correct?
You can see it.
So I'm going to start bolting after it. I'll use all of my my turn to move as much as I can and catch up to it as quickly as possible.
Then it is Shizeno's turn.
Keep running.
Yeah, so y'all see the one on a giant hyena like turn towards some trees, and then it is Abby's turn.
Yeah, I'm just going to keep running.
And it's Wyatt's turn.
I am also going to keep running.
Shizeno's turn.
I'll run. Kadama still has sight of it, though, right?
Kadama has caught up to it.
If I lose sight, I'll use Kadama's vision.
Yeah, so it looks like it turned through the trees, and there's like a small clearing there where they've set up some sort of like hide tents, and there's like a giant circular thing in the middle of this, and it looks like there's either a painting or maybe it's blood of a 3-flailed morning star.
You know, I'm not gonna. I mean, I assume I'm not gonna know this term, but I'm also not gonna go like in the middle of that. I'll get like as close as I can without being obvious and trying to watch out until they catch up to me.
Yeah, you're still a little bit away anyway. Yeah, so you see the like heavily armored Gnoll hop off of the hyena and throw Aero into the center of this pad thing. And then it is Abby's turn.
Just going to keep running.
Wyatt's turn.
Also running.
Shizeno's turn.
Running?
So you're getting off the horse?
Well, the horse is running.
You are just outside of their camp now. You're about 20 feet away. It looks like there was 4 tents here, one bigger than the rest. And then like a skin hide was thrown out in the center of the 4 tents and written on with blood.
Are there any smoke or anything coming out of any tents? Like a campfire that would be in them? Or
Nope.
I'm going to try to run at it and like impale it with the nagamaki.
Okay.
Even though it's a flashing weapon, I'm going to try to lance it.
Your reach is 10 feet?
Yeah. About the attack opportunity first.
Yeah, one sec.
Jousting for Gnoll.
That is a 24 to hit.
Yeah.
15 slashing damage. It swipes at you with its claw as the attack of opportunity. So then it's your...
I rolled a fucking 5. I'm going to scream. So that was a 9.
Yeah, so that misses.
Can I take my extra attack, though?
Sure.
1.
Nice.
Make me a strength save.
17.
The hyena goes to like pounce on you, but you actually manage to push it off your side, so you're fine. It's their turn. So 20 doesn't hit, right?
Oh, it does now, but I recalculated my armor. Unless you want to wait till after the combat.
Yeah, so it goes to bite at you and then slash with its claws, but the second claw hits, and you're going to take 8 slashing damage. Then I'll need you to make a strength check again.
It's fucking me up. 13.
Strength save, sorry. Yeah, so the giant hyena gets you pinned to the ground now, and it goes to bite at you, but you manage to move your head out of the way. But it's trying to like bite your face.
This rescue's going poorly.
Abby's turn.
How far away am I?
20.
Yeah.
So I'll run another 60.
Wyatt.
I'm still running.
Shizeno, it's your turn, and you are prone.
Great. Would it be like a strength check to get up? Or a contest?
No, you're just prone. You're like underneath of it.
Alright. So can I just stand up then?
Yeah.
Well, I'll stand up, and like, they're all still within 5 feet of me, I'm guessing?
Yep. They're like front and back to you.
Great. I'd love to move, but that will probably kill me. So I'm just going to try to kill the Gnoll. Or attack it anyway. Yeah, 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
6. Slashing. Swing at it again. If I roll on a fucking 5, I'm going to scream. Oh, that's not 20.
Nice. Do you want to roll twice or just double your roll?
I'll roll twice. Should have doubled it. First roll's an 8, and then a 5. So 8 plus 5 is 13 plus my strength, 14 damage.
Nice. And he's going to attack you. Okay. Well, he's going to miss with all 3 attacks. 24. Does that hit?
Yeah, that hits.
15 slashing damage to your ankle from the hyena.
Okay, I'm fine. Might be until shortly. I'm fine for now.
Abby, I'm guessing you're moving again.
Yep.
You're 200 feet away.
Wonderful.
Wyatt, same thing. You're 100 feet away.
Yay!
Shizeno's turn.
I think y'all are gonna get here the second I go down. I'm gonna just keep trying to take down the fucking Gnoll, I guess. 12 to hit.
Does not hit.
Yeah, sorry again. 8.
That does not hit.
That's been fun.
You get some blood in your eyes. He misses all his attacks. 23 to hit.
Yeah. Roll low damage, please.
14 piercing damage.
Want to guess how much health I had?
How much? 14. So it bites you on the neck, like right under your armor.
Yeah.
Abby's turn.
Just gonna keep running.
Wyatt,
Keep running.
you're now 20 feet away from the scene you see is a very bloody Shizeno with a giant hyena over them. And the Gnoll, you also see Aero in the center of this weird hide ritual circle.
I would change out of my fox form.
Shizeno, make me a death save.
11.
It's good.
Can I get an attack?
Yeah.
6.
The Gnoll grabs Shizeno's body and throws Shizeno on top of Aero.
Great.
Starts to its back is turned to you, Wyatt, so it didn't see you show up, but you see it looks like it's starting to light a fire, but the hyena sees you and it's going to come after you. Strength save.
7.
So does an 18 hit?
Yes.
Okay, so this thing bites you on the shoulder for 12 piercing damage, and you're prone.
Glad.
Abby's turn. I'm guessing you're continuing on.
Yes. At the end of my moving, how far away am I from the big Gnoll?
You're about 80 feet.
Cool. Minute meteors is 120 foot range, so I'm going to throw 2 meteors at him as a bonus action.
Cool.
Just to make a dex save.
You'll be able to hit the hyena too if you place it between them.
I will do that then.
An 11 and a 21.
21 saves, the 11 does not. That's going to be 22 fire damage for the one that failed, 11 for the one that succeeded.
Yeah, so the Gnoll looks bloodied now. Wyatt's turn.
I'm gonna try and attack this Gnoll. 21 to hit.
21 hits.
5 piercing damage. Shoot him with my second hand crossbow. 23 to hit.
23 hits.
8 damage.
I presumed you also got up as well. 0 prone.
Oh, yeah. I also got up.
Shizeno, make me a death save.
19. Kadama's got a pack. 8.
Misses. 15 hit Kadama.
Yeah.
10 damage to Kadama. Then the hyena is going to attack Wyatt. It's going to try to bite you, actually. Does a 14 hit.
Yeah.
for 9 points of piercing damage.
Wow.
Abby's turn.
I'm going to bonus action send my last meteor in between the two again.
So the hyena got a 19, the gnoll got a 4.
10 more damage or 5 on a save.
The hyena looks bloodied now.
Cool. And then I'm going to drop concentration on that since I'm out of meteors. I'm going to move 30 feet forward. Then for my action, I'm going to cast Mind Spike on the gnoll. So he has to make a wisdom saving throw now.
14.
14 ties.
Tie goes to defender.
And I'm casting it at a 3rd level, so it's 4d8 instead of 3. 24 halves to 12 psychic damage. Then it passes the save, so the rest doesn't matter.
Yeah, you see it clutching its head as it keels over and dies. Then it is White's turn.
All right, I'm gonna try and attack the hyena. 22 to hit.
That hits.
Is it infected with taint?
It is.
Or 9 piercing damage? Then I'm gonna try and attack again. 10 to hit.
Nope.
Switch one of my hand crossbows to my shield, and I'll add 2 to my AC.
She's a no.
I'm almost going to go take a swipe at peck at the hyena. 14 to hit.
Hits.
Oh yeah. 1d1.
It is not blinded. It was pecking at the back of its head. So Abby's turn.
How far away am I from the hyena?
Like 5 feet.
2nd level. Mind Spike the hyena. It has to make a wisdom saving throw.
6.
6 fail, so it's going to take 16 psychic damage.
How do you want to kill it?
It's going to have like its eyes like pop out of its head as its brain blows up.
Yucky.
And I'm going to go eat them.
Okay, I'm gonna run over. Wait, did Shizeno save again? Okay, I'm gonna go. Can I go stabilize Shizeno somehow?
Yep.
We don't have any healing anything.
Aero is also unconscious underneath Shizeno.
So is Aero stable?
Yeah, she's just unconscious.
Is that fire lit?
No.
We should probably get them off whatever this ritual altar thing is.
Yeah.
Leave them in a tent to rest and hunker down here for a little while.
Yeah, I agree. That makes sense to me. So, how about you grab Aero and I'll grab Shizeno, and we can drag them into this tent and spend the night.
I mean, maybe just till they wake up, because I don't know if there's any more gnolls. I don't know if we killed it seems like we killed them all, but I'm sure there's more coming back here. Should probably get out of here as fast as we can.
Can I do like an insight check or something to see if this camp is inhabited by anybody other than the gnolls we just defeated?
Can you give me a perception check?
18?
Yeah, you can tell like that these tents were made fairly quickly out of like very small amounts of materials. It seems like there must be like a roving band of gnolls. It doesn't seem like they were here for very long.
Is it nighttime?
It's approaching night.
It's starting to get dark out. I mean, I know that I need rest. I don't know about you, and I know these two need rest, so I think our best bet might be to just stay the night here. I don't think anybody else is going to be coming back to this campsite. It looks pretty shoddily put together, so I can't imagine they had a large community living in this space. Abby, help me bring our teammates into the tent, and then I am going to look into this whole situation a little bit more. I'm going to start trying to drag Shizeno into the tent so that she can rest.
You say I'll give you the help action, and we can like arms and legs of each of them rather than struggling.
Yeah, good thing.
Because they're both stable. We're not in a huge rush.
Okay, you get them into the tents.
We'll also look at this.
So can I go over to the hide? Okay, so I'm going to turn into a fox, and I guess I'm going to sniff and see if I can kind of I have advantage on perception checks that rely on hearing or smell. So should I do a perception check?
Yeah.
13. That's what I roll for.
Yeah, it seems like the blood smell is coming from back the way that you guys came down the road.
The people on horses.
Oh, the people on horses. So it's probably human blood.
So can I make like an Arcana check to see if this is some sort of ritual? I assume, but if I can gain any more insight into.
Sure.
21.
The way that this is set up, it seems like it's a sacrificial spot.
Hey, Abby, do you know anything about gnolls?
Now that I know that this is some sort of sacrificial like altar, can I do a history check?
Sure.
With like ritual sacrifices in this symbol that they painted? I'm going to use my portent of 18 plus 7, 25.
Okay. Yeah, you know that this is a symbol of
Yuroga?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
The demon prince of gnolls. Would I know if they were trying to summon him or make more gnolls in his name?
Make more gnolls in his name.
So yeah, we'll pass that on.
Knowing that, it seems like the immediate danger at least is subsided, so might make sense to, like I said, get some rest. So
yeah, it's a good thing we got here quickly.
True. Should we all sleep in the same tent just in case?
I mean, we can if we really need to. I still have that magnificent mansion scroll.
You could fit like 2 people, hot dog style, with their feet sticking out in one.
Even the big
Isn't there
one.
a big tent?
I assume that's the one you're going to.
Oh, even the big tent only fits 2 people?
Yeah.
I was going to say, I usually trance sitting up, so I can like sit at their feet while they're in one tent.
All right,
then
and I'll just take one of the smaller tents.
Sleep next to it, and if anything happens, I'll wake you up.
All right, sounds good. Then I'll do that.
About an hour passes by, Shizeno, and you wake up, as does Aero.
Since I only need the 4 hours, I'm going to be awake for the first 4 that Wyatt's asleep, just in case anything did show up quickly.
I mean, if everyone's sleeping, I'm going to go back to sleep.
Well, yeah, when I notice that you're awake, I'm just going to check in to make sure you're okay. Just be like, Wyatt's asleep. We're just going to camp here for the night. All the gnolls are dead.
Arrow's fine.
Arrow's,
I think that's her asking Abby.
Well, Arrow's right next to you. So.
Yeah. Y'all are like spooning.
I'll give you a thumbs up then and go back to sleep. I'm good.
Arrow starts like patting herself and is like, where's my sword?
I wasn't really worried about that. Some gnolls showed up and knocked you out and were trying to sacrifice you to their demon god.
And she's like, oh, hold on, I got it. And then sticks her hand out.
Yeah, as soon as she sticks her hands out, I like lay flat on the ground just so I'm in no way in the way.
It's like 30 seconds later that comes up. She's like, all right, I can sleep now. And she like cuddles up next to her sword.
Cool. Then yeah, once a couple more hours go by, I'll start my trance.
So you wake up and it's like 1 or 2 a.m.
1 or 2 a.m.
Mm-hmm. It's up for 8 hours. It was just starting to get dark when you went to sleep. So
is anybody else awake? Is everybody awake?
You and I wake up at the same time. The other 2 will wake up an hour after you do.
What do you think? Should we get going now, or do you think we should wait until daybreak?
Like, should we stay here for another half a day, sleep here, and then leave?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like we should just start heading back. This feels like a weird thing to happen. I don't think gnolls usually get this far, like, out of the way, so we should probably make people aware of this in case this happens again.
Sounds good. I guess we'll wait until the others wake up, and then we can head out. And then I'll wait another hour.
All right. It seems like it's 3 a.m. now.
Is everybody awake?
They're getting up, Shizano.
I mean, yeah, if I'm fully healed, I'll wake up.
Then, yeah, everybody's up.
Would I be aware that the gnolls and the hyena had a taint, or is only Wyatt aware of that?
That wasn't super visible, so no.
Okay.
I mean, you can ask.
Well, I don't know about it. There's nothing to ask about.
What's your interest?
I mean, that we have it.
Then it would turn into Din.
Oh, you're worried that...
Well, I'm worried about that. Shizeno has no idea. So there's no way I can act on that information.
Can I roll to see if my character would... I mean, my character would definitely be worried about that, right? I just, as Kristen, am not.
Sure.
So, knowing that my character would probably be worried about that, how would I go about ascertaining whether we have contracted the taint or not?
Yeah, you'd probably have to look for the symptoms on the person.
Okay, I'm gonna ask the crew, I guess. All right, we were dealing with we were in close contact with a bunch of gnolls that were suffering from the taint. So make sure you keep a close eye out for any of the symptoms that we saw Din experiencing back a few days ago.
How does that work? Do they have to touch me, or is it just like any contact?
Are you aware of the exact way you can contract taint, Shizeno?
Yeah, both of you are. So it is less likely, but you can contract it by being near tainted individuals. Obviously, more of them, and wherever their like nest is it increases that likelihood. Even more so is like any sort of like blood or saliva transfer.
We're around all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they never like bit or scratched or really bled on me, but I did touch people who were hurt, and we slept in their beds. So
Should I do like a medicine check on people to see if I notice anything?
Yeah.
And I probably wouldn't this early on, but should I do like individual or just like one roll?
You can just do one roll if you want, or you can do individual.
Yeah, what risk are you taking?
Individual.
Yeah, I'll do it individual. I mean, I can't really check my. I'll check myself. As best as I can. That's a 12.
Yeah, you don't think that you have anything on there.
I'll check Wyatt. That's a 12.
You don't think so.
I'll check Abby. 18.
Abby seems fine.
Check Aero. 8.
Seems fine.
All right. I mean, I don't see anything. Let me check Kadama real quick. I don't think he got hit at all. 18.
Yeah, Kadama got hit for like 15 damage.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Kadama seems fine.
Everything seems fine for now.
Okay, yeah, I guess we just have to keep an eye on it then.
So what are y'all doing?
Probably gonna head out on our cart. We'll make the journey back to the cart.
About a minute later, you arrive at the cart. It looks like one of the wheels is broken.
I was gonna say, did somebody like put our cart on cinder blocks?
No, it seems fine other than a huge gash through one of the spokes.
Can we see if one of the wheels on the busted, bloodied cart is in better shape than this one?
Yeah, it seems like that.
I know that we should fix this, but I'm going to need help doing that, friends.
I'll say I'll help. Never changed a wheel before, but I can lend my services.
Yeah, I'll help if you need me.
Somebody will have to lift the cart.
I'll lift the cart.
Make me a strength save.
And
Wyatt's going to throw out his back because he's old.
6.
Yeah, so you...
Wait, is that a fail?
Yeah.
Let me use my beacon.
Okay.
So I can add one command die to save 3.
Okay, that's enough. Yeah, so she said, I was like, no. Grab it here, and then like lights up the area where you should like leverage it from.
Yeah, you better leverage.
All right. Well, I grab it where Shizeno tells me to grab it.
So it's up now.
Cool. I'll try to get the old wheel off.
It's basically like pretty much just falls into like 2 pieces when you tug at it. So
Wonderful. Then I'll ask Shizano to put the new one on the spoke.
Yeah, I'll do that.
sleight of hand.
7.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it goes on. Seems fine. You see Aero like looking at the broken wheel, and then looking at her sword, and then looking back, and then putting the sword next to the wheel, and then she just kind of like pushes the debris of the wheel to the side.
Can I like look at the wheel we didn't touch, and then back at this one to make sure they look the same to see if it all looks right?
Yeah, they look pretty much the same.
Looks good to me.
They are right. Attach our horse friend, and then we can get going.
Y'all head back to the Harper Hub. It's only about a couple hours away from here.
Give Wyatt a little elbow and see, I told you if we left early enough, now we're home for breakfast.
I don't know what you're referring to.
Because you said you didn't know if we should wait for daybreak. Well, now we're back at daybreak, so we didn't have breakfast.
Smart.
Yes, so y'all enter the Harper Hub bubble. Sure enough, you smell something that it kind of smells like apples and cinnamon.
Ooh.
Yummy. I will, drop the cart off and lead everyone inside.
Yeah, when you enter, it looks like Scooter is serving his famous apple cinnamon oatmeal.
Ooh.
Hey there, Scooter.
He's like, oh, hey, how's it going?
Pretty well. It's going good. Mind if we have some of that?
Says, oh yeah, yeah, there should be some left.
Would it be impolite to get mine to go?
Sure. Let me just. And he like gathers a tin from the edge of the table, puts some in.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna cast message to Wyatt and be like, we should probably go like tell him about Din dying and being sucked into like a like nebula jar thing.
Yeah, we did learn a lot. And I'll turn to Scooter and I'll say, Scooter, I'm sorry about this, but I have some urgent information that I need to let Aerolith know about. So, do you mind if I take it to go too? Aerolyn, sorry.
Oh, I don't know if I have enough tins for this.
You know what? We'll be back soon.
And then Sal says from the table, and he says, I don't know if there's going to be any left by then.
Good enough. We'll come back later and see if there is any left. If there isn't any left, we'll make ourselves something. It smells real good though. And then I'll ask, do you know where Marilyn is?
Into her office, probably.
Yeah, she's upstairs.
Oh, you're asking Scooter and them?
Yeah. I'll say, all right, come on, team, let's go see Erilyn, and I'll head up the stairs.
Yeah, so y'all head up the stairs. Erilyn seems like she's actually counting out some money into some coin purses.
Is the door closed, or do I just walk in?
There is no door.
Erilyn, how are you?
I'm good. You caught me in the middle of something. What's up? She says, hold on one second. And she finishes counting out something for like another 20 seconds. She says, okay, yeah. What can I help you with?
We have some pretty important information that we learned on our last voyage, our last mission out into the abyss, and I do have some bad news.
You weren't able to get the plates?
No, we were, but at a price. Unfortunately, our friend Din came down and or had been dealing with for a long time a case of the taint. And unfortunately succumbed to his symptoms on our way in. We also were able to collect a jar with some swirly stuff in it. Well, this is a piece of the jar, not so much the swirly stuff, unfortunately. And I'll describe what it looked like, and I'll say, do you happen to know what that is?
No, I'm not sure. I have to do a little more, probably some research on that.
I'll say, all right, well, you can keep this shard if it'll help you.
I'll also give her my info of, like, hearing a voice saying that it could, like, help him if I released it, and it, like, took him away and there wasn't anything left of him afterwards.
She says, oh, well, that seems like at least a chance that he's still alive then.
Yeah.
She says, well, you may want to inform Gizmo then.
Yeah, but we do also, and I'll pull out my 2 pieces of the plate. We do have the plates.
Oh, well, that's good.
We seem to have them in working order already.
And were there any suspicions raised, or?
Yes, but not necessarily by us entirely.
When you say yes, you see her slide one of the coin purses over, separate from the other ones.
We met Uvil, who was a dragon, who said that Kindael knew that we were going to ask for help, because we were also told that we could ask Kindael for help, but again, they already knew that we were coming, so they like preemptively got them to, I don't know, it was confusing.
She says, that seems like, right up your alley.
Yeah, so I let it slip a little bit that we were looking for these, but they seemed like they were going to, it wasn't even going to be Silvery Moon that was giving them to us or getting them from them, because they still have theirs. These are other ones. I don't know. Still a little fuzzy on the exact timeline of everything.
She says, that's worrying if somebody else out there kind of knows what we're doing, other than the people that we're working directly with.
They apparently we're in the process of helping them. We just haven't yet, but they're like repaying us for having helped them.
Yeah, it seemed like they kind of knew about what we were doing regardless of what we did, so...
Like, at first I thought maybe it was some sort of divination that, like, oh, they just knew we were coming, but it seems like they already know the results of the things they're helping to accomplish, which seems even a little beyond my scope.
Yeah, that's... I'll have to look into this.
So yeah, like, I'll give her the details on the ship and the flag and the thundering when the kingdom goes missing.
She'll let you know that she was alive during the sundering. So
yeah, I'll just give her all the info we got.
She says, "All right, well, that gives me something to think over. I have a contact coming in about a week. You'll be kind of going on your next mission there. Although you should be able to pull it off, but having one less team member might make it a little slightly more difficult. But shouldn't be outside of your talents."
On our way back, a couple hours out, we did run into a bunch of gnolls, and it seemed like they may have been worshipping someone called Yin Nagul. the Demon Prince of Gnolls, which may be something that you might need to be alerted to or be wary of. So I figured I'd just throw that in as well.
Yeah, they had ambushed a cart on the tradeway, which was a little weird. We seemed to have killed all the ones that were at their little encampment, but it seemed like they were trying to make sacrifices to Yinagu to make some more gnolls.
That's also worrying, although that seems like something you should definitely mention to Gizmo as well.
Okay.
Will do.
So I have your pay here, and she hands Wyatt 24 gold and Shizeno, Abby, Aero 16 gold. She says, I also have this letter for you, Abby.
Oh, thank you. Take it and just put it in my back pocket for now.
All right. Anything else you need from us right now, Carolyn?
Not right now. Like I said, I have a contact coming in about a week. Depending on what you know about the Zentarum, might be slightly worried, but I assure you they owe us a favor, and they're repaying that. So we won't be involved with them for too long.
Would I know what the Zentarum are?
Make me a history check.
I got a 16.
So 21.
Okay. Yes, you both know. So the Zentarum helped a little bit with the war, war against the Cult of the Dragon. They're kind of like the black market dealers, assassins, shady business dealings, stuff like that.
I'll ask Carolyn, do you know where I can find Gizmo so I can deliver the news?
I think last time I saw him, he was downstairs getting ready for breakfast.
All right. Well, I'll go find him. Well, we'll go find him, and we'll give him the updates.
Where should we bring the plates? Should we leave them with you, or?
Keep them for now. You guys have been able to kind of activate all of the different things. So I know that I think there were 6 slots around here. So
okay.
All right. So I'll start heading downstairs into the hall. Do I see Gizmo?
Yeah, he looks like he's eating what looks like the rest of the apple cinnamon oatmeal out of the pot.
I'll say, hey, Gizmo.
Say what? How's it going?
Good. I do have some news to share with you, though. As I said, there was a lot that happened on our last mission.
Because you guys didn't get the plates, huh?
No, we got the plates. But unfortunately, as I've said before, at a price. And you probably noticed Din isn't with us.
See, I was sleeping somewhere.
Actually, unfortunately, during our travels, we became acutely aware that he was suffering from something called taint. I don't know how familiar you are with that, but we were very far away from anyone that could help him at the time. He started to succumb to his symptoms, and we were unable to save him. Erlen did mention that there is a chance that he is still alive in some form, but unfortunately for the time being, he is not with us here, and we're not sure where he is. So I'm sorry to deliver that news, obviously. Very, very unfortunate situation. I lost a team member. You lost a friend. It's just an unfortunate situation all over.
Saddened as I am by this, please tell me he was at least able to take out the defectors.
Yes, we were.
Okay. We've been so distracted by, trying to hunt these defectors down that, some of our normal duties have fallen by the wayside.
They're not anything you have to worry about anymore, but I will say...
Something that might be a little more worrying that Erlen told us to mention you. On our way back here, we ran across some gnolls, and like a big old hyena, and they actually took us, and we had to fight to get some party members back because they were trying to make a sacrifice to their demon prince guy Yinagu. Make some more gnolls just off the side of the tradeway, not too far from here. Seemed pretty worrying.
Yeah, and normally we've been able to kind of cull that along the tradeway. We've been keeping this area safe, but like I said, we've been distracted recently, so we've been kind of slacking in that area. So
we took care of all the ones we ran into.
That's good. Okay. Yeah, normally it's just, there's just a couple packs of them and we try to call them back, but, they pop up occasionally. So it's good that you took them out.
Do you know where the source of the taint is? Why are so many people around here becoming infected?
Yeah, so it seems like sometime between when the people from Wa got here and the Brotherhood defectors arrived. So I think there's some sort of connection between the two.
Do you know what type of connection?
We're not sure. We really haven't been able to look into that, but the timing seems about right.
Strange.
Shazeno, do you know anything about that?
No, I don't know anything about that.
Gizmo, do you know if Dan was infected with the taint before he lost his memory?
Most likely, actually, now that I think about it, because he exhibited, really strong abilities that, coincide with a blood hunter, but there was also an extreme amount of chaos swirling within him. So I think that could be what it was or what was causing that or how he got his abilities. I'm not entirely sure.
Should we run into anybody else infected with taint? Do you have any way to cure them easily?
No, we usually hunt down monsters. We usually don't befriend them.
Well, I mean, like in Din's case, I imagine you would consider Din at least an acquaintance. He wasn't a monster at first, so I imagine other people may be in the same boat.
That is a worry and a risk that you take on when you enter the Brotherhood. So that could have been it as well.
Fair enough. We came in pretty close contact with a number of individuals infected with taint. Do you know how we would be able to identify whether we had contracted anything while in contact with those individuals?
Yeah, usually if you're showing symptoms.
All right. Well, we'll keep an eye out. Should we be worried about anything? Unfortunately, you are our most educated person when it comes to this disease, so we may need to come to you in the future.
How long ago were you in contact with them?
Earlier today, or yesterday, last night.
And all the stuff with Din was weeks ago.
Right, and also we also were around Din pretty frequently.
Well, you probably didn't get anything from Din. You'll probably know maybe tomorrow sometime if you've contracted anything.
Is there any medicine or healing that should we develop symptoms that would help with them? Yeah,
I know a guy who usually you do. Actually, you all know a guy as well. Sal. You do a greater restoration spell. Yeah, you're usually good.
Good to know. Thank you.
You might want to bring in some components, though. Those can get a little expensive. Diamond dust worth 100 GP.
100? Speaking of which, Gizmo, do you know of any healing potions that to carry around with us? Because we don't have anybody with healing spells.
Well, you know what? You are on one of the higher paid teams, so yeah, you might want to use some of that fancy money to buy some healing potions.
Yeah, sounds about right. Actually, I might go shopping today. Since we just had a big payday, I do need some armor and some healing potions. So that might be what I do.
This is, I got an extra one in my room I can give you, but that's about it. I usually don't need them myself. But
it's very generous of you. I'll gladly take it.
I'll get it in a few minutes.
All right, and
he wipes some oatmeal from his furry beard.
Good. Does anybody have any other business here before I head out?
What's Wyatt's leaving? I'm heading to Pyga's Cornwall.
I was going to say I would go with Wyatt, because if I can find any spell scrolls that are healing, I can spend some money to copy them into my spell book, and I will just have them.
Maybe I'll go with Wyatt and Abby, actually.
Yeah, so we'll do the shopping trip first then. Yeah, so you get there. It takes about a day. So you're in Waterdeep. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for armor and potions.
You'll find all of that and more at Waterdeep.
Hey, Abby.
Hello?
Hey, do you think you could take care of the healing potions for us?
Yeah, how much were they?
I could spot you some gold, Wyatt.
That'd be lovely too. I think it's super useful to have multiple people have healing potions on them at a time. Unfortunately, I cannot afford them myself, but if you two can, then buy as many as you feel comfortable, and I would feel more comfortable knowing that you two had healing potions.
Yeah, I'll buy 2.
How much money do you guys have, like, actually?
I've only bought one thing since we started.
I haven't bought anything. And somehow I still don't have enough money to buy a healing. Well, I have enough, but, like, it drained my entire savings.
I mean, how much were the healing potions?
40. But if you buy 4, you can get a 5th one for free.
I can't afford 4.
But could you pool your money together?
I mean, I have 67 gold, but I also want armor.
Yeah, I was going to say I have 95.9.
Armor is probably a priority.
Yeah.
That'll help you not need potions as much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I could find spell scrolls that are healing, I can spend money to learn them.
I can afford 2 healing potions, but that's like all my gold.
I'll say just buy one. Just buy one each, and then...
You sure? You buy 4, you can get a 5th one free.
We'll come back once we figure out the rest of our money so that we don't buy 2 and then have to afford 4 more to get the 5th one.
Are you guys sure? This guy's pretty convincing.
Hope you don't step in any acid. That's all I'm saying.
He's really doing the hard sell.
Oh, a weird thing to say.
It's a lot of acid around.
Make sure you guys check for acid on the way out.
It does seem like a suspicious puddle outside, but it doesn't look like acid. It's like well placed right in front of the door.
Look, I'm not going to tell people how to spend their gold, but I do think it'd be a good idea if we had some healing potions. I'm not going to force you to get healing potions, though.
I will actually take 2 healing potions because all of my good moves require me to hurt myself. So it's probably beneficial for me to have that because every fight I'm like about to die by the end of the fight.
You know, if you just buy 2 more, you can get 1 free. So
I'm sorry, sir, but I cannot afford 2 more.
Well, get your friends to pitch in.
That's why
you can share the 5th one.
That's why we have to come back later.
All right. And then I guess I'm looking to spend around 50 gold for armor.
Okay, you can get a
scale, right?
Mm-hmm. Disadvantage on stealth.
All right, I'll say, all right, that's what I was looking for. Anybody else need anything?
Still gonna go try to find some spell scrolls.
I'm saving up for something big.
Like a big healing potion.
Or a big sword or a big armor or something, I don't know.
And then you hear in the distance after you walk past that store. Or a big healing potion.
I'm going to be really cautious and step over every puddle I see.
You would know that one of the best places to go for like scrolls and healing stuff is going to be the Temple of Lathander. Yes,
my favorite boy.
You enter, and of course, perfectly positioned in the ceiling is some yellow stained glass, so that right when you enter, you get blasted with lots of sunlight. There looks to be a cleric kneeling and putting both their hands up, and it looks like they're praising the sun.
Wonderful. Wait for a moment because I don't want to interrupt them if they're in the middle of something. But if this is like this is all they do all day sort of thing, I'll.
They're smiling, and you see them like look over at you. They're giving like almost like a creepy smile, but they're just like,
cool.
I'm gonna go stand with them and start doing the same pose.
All the more the merrier. What brings y'all here?
I was looking for spell scrolls of like healing word or cure wounds or something along those lines. We're a group of adventurers who tend to get hurt from time to time. So.
Oh well, we do have a lot of those. We'd be more apt to give those out for free if we had a small donation. To Lathander. We have a donation box in the back there.
Yeah, I'll go leave 90 silver back there.
He says, not feeling as generous today, huh?
Oh, well, you did say small.
Oh, whatever you're comfortable with.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll leave 5 gold.
He says, I think, with that donation, we'll probably be able to, build a small shack for a dog or something. We could probably part ways with this Cure Wounds scroll.
I'm going to roll my eyes at this guy.
Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah, of course. Anytime you want to stop by, hang out, praise Lathander.
To say we tend to find ourselves here doing some shopping, doing some missions from time to time, so.
Oh, shopping. And you went shopping first?
I kind of scowl at everybody else. I'm like, I said we should check prices first and shop around. Everybody else was kind of in a rush.
Yeah, it's always good to get a good deal so that way, you have money left over to be charitable. But praise Lathander. He'll give us all the blessings we need to go throughout the day and build things that will help the Church of Lathander for free sometimes.
Does anyone else care about this?
I wouldn't be particularly interested in this, no.
Aero is visibly annoyed by the passive aggressiveness of this man.
While you're doing the
So is this like a shop, or is this like a church?
It's like a church. Yeah. It's like a mega church, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like a mega church, and you just donate a certain amount of money, and they give you stuff?
Yeah, I mean, it's for free.
Yeah.
It's just you donate, and Lathander shows how...
They're unrelated. They're legally unrelated.
I'm gonna suspiciously kind of eye the collection bin or the collection plate or whatever it is, and I'm gonna put 1 gold in there.
He makes a face like, oh, it's more than I was expecting that person to donate.
I'll say
As soon as it drops in, praise Lathander.
I'll say praise Lathander.
Oh, you gotta be more jubilant than that. Lathander blesses us every day with his rays of light.
Praise Lathander.
There you go. We do a service every 2 days. Just come back here, pass around the collection plate, get lots of donations for Lathander. Sometimes we rescue some stray dogs.
What kind of dogs?
It's whatever dogs are around.
Are there a lot of dogs around?
More than you think.
Why's that?
Just dogs
They don't get spayed or neutered.
Yeah. They love making little joys of Lathander.
Of course. Well, thanks for hosting us.
Oh, sure, anytime. Like I said, every 2 days we throw a service. It's like a big party in here. Everybody loves it.
All right, thanks. And then I'll head out. I'm done in the city. If everybody else is done shopping, I'll probably head back.
Good to see. Yeah, we can go back and get those healing potions now. I made a donation, and Lathander happened to look down upon me to receive that blessing.
No.
Of course.
Because think of all the good that they can do with that money for the Church of Lathander. Throw these big extravagant things to spread the word of Lathander.
Every 2 days. It's not even weekly. Aero, if we find any acid on the way back to the potions, I can help you. We can go get those potions.
I'm pretty sure I copped one, didn't I? Didn't I get one?
Did you?
Oh,
I think I got one, yeah.
Were you waiting or no?
I think I said I was going to get one regardless.
Then I'm not going back for potions because you ruined the deal.
Everybody make me a perception check.
21.
14.
Dirty 20.
Aero and Wyatt. You see the owner of the potion shop stand in front of the puddle that was outside the door, and behind his back he's like dripping some green liquid into the puddle.
Great.
So he is putting acid in the puddle.
It's green liquid.
Good. All right,
so you're heading back.
Yeah.
Another day there. So then we'll cut to Shizeno.
Yeah, I'm just looking for Shinjufu and Seisei.
The small shacks that they were living in before aren't there anymore, but it looks like there's a larger construction in the center of this starting to happen. It looks almost like pagoda shaped. You see a lot more finishing touches being put on a lot of the buildings that are being built around here. The windmill's completely done. The lumber mill has like doubled in size. They're building like further back away from the road, so they're kind of like building into the forest basically, but clearing out the trees that are there. Well, I also have something for y'all. Some sort of shop or something. The front of it is covered with like a curtain, but it seems like people are in there. And that symbol is on the front, which means together. And you smell like a familiar scent coming from it, but it has like something different about it. A traditional Wa dish that you've had before, but it smells like there's something else in it.
You said it looked like a shop.
Yeah, or something. It's got like you can see light coming from behind the curtains, but it doesn't look like there's a door. It just seems like the shape of like what a shop would be, but there's a curtain in front of it.
Yeah, and I guess I'll go check it out. I'm probably not going to buy anything, but
you actually see it like it looks like there's a couple of traders here, a couple of people from Wa, and they're eating some what looks like a fusion of traditional Wa dishes, and they have like a little bit of Faerunian flair to them. So it's some sort of like culture fusion restaurant.
Do I recognize anyone in there?
No.
I mean, I already have free food. I'm interested, but it's okay. Yeah, I'll go keep searching for the two of them then.
It takes a little bit longer, but you manage to find them working on the inside of this framework of this larger building. Yeah, so they're in there. Looks like they're laying down stone tiles on the ground.
Yeah, I'll go up to them and just kind of wave at them.
I'll say, oh, you're back. You were gone for a little bit there.
We went pretty far this time, but I got more money, more than usual.
Okay, yeah. We actually got somebody to start handling the funds and everything. As you've seen, like, everything's starting to get progress a lot faster here. We got more people from WA moving in to kind of get the embassy established. We have some people talking with local officials and all that, trying to, getting good with them, as well as there's a restaurant that popped up. One of the people from WA thought that'd be a good idea.
Yeah, I saw that. Smells good. Probably won't ever eat there. Yeah, I'll hand them the 16 gold.
Okay. Well, he hands it back to you and says, there's a building right next to the restaurant. You can actually give that to them from now on. So they'll kind of deal with that.
Okay. I'll pocket it then. I'll probably come back. I'll come say hello, but I'll go hand them the money first. Run off.
When you leveled up, also +1 to your constitution. You feel more muscly when you woke up that next morning.
But yeah, I'm gonna run over to that building and give my money to whoever's in there.
You see somebody like counting coins in like big stacks and like behind like a large like office basically.
Yeah, I'll just walk up to them. Say I'm Shizeno. I got money for the embassy or for the emperor.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'll take that. And they slide out like a little metal drawer.
Yeah, I'll dump 16 gold in there.
I'm like, okay, well that's decent. And they pull it back in, and then they turn away from you.
Okay, bye.
And they kind of wave you out.
Yeah, I'll go back and see my friends then. Okay. I know they all went to Waterdeep, right? The team.
Yeah, so they'll be back in.
It's gonna be at least a couple days.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll just screw around with Shinjufu and Seisei. I'll probably help them build, assuming that's what they're doing.
Yeah. So with your help, they managed to finish the rest of the floor. It seems like a pretty big building. It's like 100 feet in diameter.
I'll help them with that until the party comes back.
Okay. Then yeah, they finish up and they're like, well, yeah, that's probably all we're going to get done today. I don't really want to start on anything else.
All right. Yeah, and I'll head back to the base then.
So a couple of days later, the party comes back. The rest of the party comes back. Jeff sees y'all come back, and it's like, oh, good, you're back. Do you have that map that I gave you? Apparently, there was like a miscommunication with LaRusta, and he thought I was just gonna like borrow the map and then bring it back. And I thought, that I could just keep it. He said it was the only copy of the map, but I didn't believe him. But I guess he was being serious about that.
I would assume I have the map.
There's some sort of like secret message on the back that he was trying to work out. I don't know.
There was indeed, and I have the map. I'm guessing it's not like I got rid of it, correct?
Right.
And I'll hand the map over to him, and I'll say, yeah, just turn it over. Came in handy for sure when we were out there. So I hope it comes in handy for you too. And
what, do you know what it does or what it means or?
Yeah, I figured it out.
What is it?
I would say be extremely careful with it because it seems to open a portal to like another world or dimension or like inverse plane of existence where like everything's orientated the other way.
Okay.
So like, and then I like flip the map around. So I'm like, if it normally looks like this, instead it looks like this.
Oh, okay. Weird. All right, maybe I can spin something like that to LaRusta. That's useful. All right, well, thanks. Yeah, that'll help. He runs off to inside of the ship.
Cool. So you say we still have a couple days of downtime before that contact shows up, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now that we got our shopping done, I'll go read that letter and respond to it.
It is from Aeromaster, and it says, he was cleaning out your room to make it into a guest room, found some letters between you and Shizeno, mentioning that they're from WA, and that you'd be working together at some point. He goes on to say that he was reminded of a time when he was visiting WA a while ago for your brother's fencing tournament, and didn't remember if you came along or not, but was there to meet a previous employee of his at the time, but never got around to it. And so he was wondering if you could ask your friend Shizeno if they had ever met an elf named Rydell O'Lyra. He was coordinating a trade deal with the Empire, and your friend mentioned that they had lived at the palace. There's also 15 gold attached.
Nice. Yeah, even though I'm pretty upset that my childhood bedroom's being turned into a guest room, I'll write back that I'm so glad that, he's continuing to, do bigger and better, and that, it always makes mom happy to redecorate, and that I will get back to him as soon as I can with any information I can get from Shizeno. Hopefully everything's going well.
Cool.
I will take the time to copy Cure Wounds into my spell book so that I can prepare it.
Yay!
And then I will go talk to Shizeno after that. I don't remember. I hope it might be 8 hours, so it could be a while, but I will double check. But once I'm done copying it, I will then go talk to Shizeno.
Okay. Is anybody else doing anything once you come back to the Harper Hub?
I'm gonna go out to my my sauna.
The debriefing room?
Yes, that's the debriefing room.
Yes, the briefing room.
I'm gonna go to my room and I'm gonna take Lilith's violin and start inspecting it, looking at it.
It seems like there is a faint whisper coming from it.
Can I understand it at all?
Make me a perception check.
21.
What languages do you know?
Common, Infernal, and Abyssal.
Seems like there's some sort of devil trying to reach out to anybody who can hear it.
Do I understand what it's saying, or
it's mostly just can anybody hear me type of thing. Can
I respond to it? I'm gonna say I can hear you.
It says, "Oh, good, somebody there. Do you wanna make a deal?"
I'm gonna say, "Who are you?"
It says, "Well, that's not important. Do you want fame?
It's important to me.
And riches?
I don't really need fame or riches.
What do you need?
I need to know who you are.
Let's play a game. I'll tell you who I am, and we'll make a bet.
What's the bet?
If you can throw your sword further than 200 feet, I'll tell you who I am.
Okay, what if I lose?
Then I get to keep your sword.
That sounds pretty sus to me.
Okay, let's make it 100 feet.
I'm gonna have to get back to you on that one.
What about 50 feet? That's as low as I can go.
No evil demon violence today. I'm gonna put it back in my pouch.
So, Wyatt, when you go back to your sauna, it looks like some of those mushrooms that were around the edges of this bubble have popped up around your sauna.
I know that we saw the mushrooms. Do we know anything about the mushrooms?
From Aero's experiment, you know not to whack them, or they release poisonous spores, acidic and poisonous spores.
Okay. I'm going to say, I don't like that. Can I roll some sort of insight roll to know how to get rid of them?
You wouldn't know, because most of the time, everybody around here is just left them alone, but they're normally just around the edges.
Okay, I'll make a note of it at least.
It's not like it's blocking the door or anything, but they're just around your sauna.
Got to take care of that. And then I head into my sauna to relax.
You hear a knock after about a half hour in there.
Come on in.
And it's Gizmo.
Say, come on in, Gizmo. Soak in the splendor of my beautiful abode.
He says, yeah, well, unfortunately, I'm preparing something. He says, again, I want to thank you for, making a sacrifice, as well as my condolences for Din. But we're kind of putting together a little ceremony to kind of mourn his loss in the forest. It should be ready in maybe a couple hours.
All right, I'll be there. Where am I meeting you?
I'll come get you when it's ready.
All right, I'll be here.
Yeah, so after you put the violin away, Aero, Gizmo comes up to you and asks if you'd like to join in with the ceremony in a couple hours.
Yeah, of course. Let me know when it starts. I'll be there.
He does the same for Abby and Shizeno.
Yeah, I agree.
I'll be there.
So a couple hours goes by. Your spell is added to your list there. He rounds all you up at your various locations, and you all walk or follow him into the forest, I assume.
Yep.
So he's carrying a torch with him. You reach a large clearing that has a big stump in the middle of it. And then right behind that stump, you see this huge pyre of sticks and branches and wood and logs. Yeah. So Gizmo then kind of gives like a speech, and he talks about remembering Din and the dangers of blood magic, and that if anybody is feeling off or having a bad day, they can always come to him and talk. And then he throws the torch into the pyre, and as the flames erupt from it, you can see like 6 or 7 vaguely humanoid shapes in hooded robes kind of scattered about the trees that are on the outside of this clearing. Then it starts to snow, and he starts to walk back into the Harper Hub, but then he stops and says, if anybody else wants to say anything, go for it. But he keeps walking.
I'll probably step up. Well, Din was on my team. He was a great team member. I'm glad to have known him, and I hope. I guess maybe I'll echo the words that Gizmo said. Obviously, what Din was in and what he was involved in was dangerous, for sure. And obviously, if anybody needs to talk, I am here. But yeah, if anybody else wants to talk, they can also talk, and I'll step down.
Yeah, I'll say a quick, thank you for the help and like all the sailing, especially. His faith helped guide him and guide us, and seems to have saved him in his darkest moment. And hopefully, somewhere out there, he's doing better. Maybe there is a chance that he could be back someday. But for now, hopefully, he takes a big old nap and rest well.
I'm not gonna say anything, but Aero's crying.
And so the fire, starts to die down. Y'all head back. It seems like all the people that were along the clearing have gone as well. When you're coming back into the hub, it looks like the snow is sort of like slowing as it hits the bubble, and then it continues onto the ground. While you're entering back, you see Kira, Wyatt. You see her kneeling over like one of the mushrooms.
I'm gonna say, hey, Kira.
She goes, "Oh, hey, I didn't see you there."
Yeah, I saw that you were studying this mushroom. Do you know anything about it? A few of these mushrooms have actually popped up around my sauna, which I'm not a fan of. So I've been actually interested in finding a way to somehow safely remove them from where they grow.
She says, "Well, it's probably all the moisture from the sauna. Normally, like things will, the rain will fall through the barrier, but some of it collects on the edges. They are invasive to this area, but they're also endangered, so they're kind of integral to the growth of those yellow pods." And she points off to the edge where one of those yellow plants are. And she says, "Plus, they don't really do anything if you just kind of leave them alone." She says, "I think they're cute."
I'm gonna say, yeah, but they're poisonous.
They're only dangerous if you mess with them.
I mean, I guess that's true. I don't know how I feel about mushrooms being around my special space.
When you say that, she puts on like a pouty face and she says, "Well, do you ever think about how the mushrooms feel about you?"
Are the mushrooms sentient?
Some of them are. Not these ones.
She's a fucking like my worshiper.
I know, maybe. Well, I guess the mushrooms don't feel anything if these ones aren't sentient, right? Is there any way I can like take the mushrooms that are near my sauna and maybe give them to you? I know you'll probably appreciate them more than I will.
I think not disturbing them is probably the best option.
All right. I guess.
She says, "Did you know that sometimes if you hurt one mushroom, all of them in the area can feel that?"
Really?
Mm-hmm. And some of them even use an interconnected web with the roots of trees to communicate.
Why do you know so much about mushrooms, Kira?
I just think they're really fascinating.
Interesting.
She says,
okay.
She says, some might even say I'm in love with them.
Can I like roll insight to see what my character? Because I mean, I think I know what this is going. What's happening here? But I don't know if my character would. So can I roll insight?
What information are you trying to get, or what are you trying to see?
I don't know. I'm trying to see what my character might be able to read between the lines and understand based on what this character is telling me. I guess I want to know whether I perceive any sort of sinister motivations behind what she's saying.
Roll me an insight check.
Yep, that's a 3.
She seems like some sort of hippie chick who loves eating mushrooms.
Okay. All right. I mean, I guess they're not hurting me, so I'll leave them alone for now.
She says, yeah, that's usually the route you should go.
If they do cause problems, can I come to you to maybe try and figure out a way to, I don't know, satisfy the mushrooms or console them or relocate them or something?
She says, Wyatt, are you flirting with me?
Maybe.
She says, I'll talk to you tomorrow, and walks away.
I'll say, all right, sounds good to me.